Shalom, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadosh, and double honor to the elder apostles, elder bishops, and brothers on down at Great Millstone. Salutations to the whole elect. This is your brother I Banyami, and here to share another lesson. And in this society, in these last days, we really can be called slipping, man. We gotta walk circumspectly. A lot of people, they are not paying attention. We need to be better at this, man, because we have enemies all around us. On every side. The Most High give us, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to act on that information. Thereby it could help us, save our lives too. He's gonna look out for us, but he give us instruction. He give us, leaderships. In our camps, leadership in family, meaning the husbands, for wives, to receive this instruction and act upon it so that we may live. So I was reading this article earlier, and it just goes to show that when you don't, pay attention, the consequences could be detrimental. So I'm gonna share this article, a few scriptures and stuff. Lord willing, it be edifying unto the hopeful elect. So the source is 6 ABC. Was written a few hours ago by Bob Brooks, and the heading, it says, "Police seek man who boarded school bus inappropriately touched student." It says, Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Police with the Coatesville area school district say a man boarded a school bus on Thursday morning and inappropriately touched a student. According to the school district, the man boarded the bus stop at North 6th and Chestnut Streets. Lucky. The man sat down next to one of our students and put his hand under her leg. He was on the bus for about 5 minutes, came to the front of the bus when it stopped at a stop sign and told the driver he wanted to get off, the district said in a statement. Officials released surveillance images of a person in interest, and this is the guy right there that sat on the bus and touched the student. All right. Coatesville residents like Ronald Jennings are wondering how this man was able to gain entry onto the bus. At the end of the day, we've got to look out for our kids, said Jennings. According to the district, the driver initially believed the man was a student, but when he asked to get off before arriving at the school campus, the driver became alarmed and immediately called the police. This don't make no sense because look at the image of this person. Clearly, 25 and up, man. You know what I'm saying? This is why the scriptures talk about receiving instruction. This is why we are grateful to have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai as the head of our nation, and then under them he appoint our leaders or our elders, apostles and elder bishops, and give them righteous instruction which they prescribe to all of us, right? No, I'm gonna get on that back to the article real quick, but I'm gonna share this verse on instruction. This is Proverbs 10 and 17. It says, "He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuseth reproof erreth." Reproof is, correction, right? And one of the things that is being corrected within us in these last days is that, we have to know the times that we are living in. We are no longer Now, we were always at war in this place, but it has gotten worse. So one of the instructions is, to walk, circumspectly. And I'm going to grab that in the book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. Right? This is one of the instructions. So from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, pass these down to our elder bishops, right? So that we could learn as sheep, right? And follow the direction of our shepherd, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So this is Ephesians chapter 5 and 15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Now, I'm going to go into that word, circumspect. It means cautious, wary, literally looking about on all sides, right? Deliberate, guarded, well considered. All right, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. It says to take heed of potential consequences, right? So, as a driver, before loading the school buses with students, it was up to the driver to check the entire bus between seats to make sure there is no one in there to mitigate this crisis, you know what I mean, or to prevent this crisis, actually. You know what I'm saying? So we had to walk. That was one of the ways you walk circumspectly, to avoid the consequences of him touching the student. You know what I'm saying? So other than the elder apostles and the bishop, these men that watch over us, right? The Most High placed the man as the head of the household to give the woman instruction, as well for her to be wise, since she is the weaker vessel. You understand? So all these things could be avoided. A lot of people get caught off guard by not paying attention and by not walking circumspectly. Continuing on in the article, it says, Jennings says he is trying to sympathize with that explanation. Just recently went to a football game and some of these kids look older than they are. But I think we should have a better understanding of who and what we are allowing on our buses. And that is true because through, routine, the faces of the student are, somewhat similar, after a few days or whatever, But like I said, that guy, he looked, a bit older. But she could have, or the driver, I believe the driver was a woman, because most men would walk around the bus or whatever, but women are clueless. I wouldn't doubt it if it's a woman that is driving the bus, but I'm gonna leave the speculation and stuff out. But this could have been prevented by checking the seats of the bus pre-loading and then observing the students as they enter the bus, because that person clearly looks older. Continuing on, it says, while the search continues for the suspect, he hopes this will bring about some kind of change so this never happens again. This is a case where, maybe things will open up and different things can be put in place. These are our children, and this is our community and our home, and we start from the bottom. We have to protect our families, said Jennings. The school district says the safety of their students is their number one priority, and they are hopeful this investigation won't take long. And here it talk about the information and stuff to call, the number to call if you have any information. So I played the website video entailing this, and I'm gonna close it out. Let's see it all play. Okay, there you go.
Calls police after realizing a person who who got on her bus was not a student, but a man who should not have been there.
Police say in the minutes that the man spent on the bus, he inappropriately touched a young girl student.
It is Thursday night. The big story on Action News is a search for that man who snuck onto a school bus with Coatesville area school district students and then inappropriately touched a student.
Action News reporter Bob Brooks live for us now in Coatesville with details on why the bus driver allowed the man onto the bus. That's one of the questions. And how she realized.
See if I could add buffer a little bit longer. Okay. Let's try it again and see.
She realized something was wrong, Bob.
Well, Shari and Gray, this is a horrible situation. Look, this bus driver says she thought this young man was a student, but when he asked to get off the bus before they made it to school, that's when she realized something was terribly wrong. This is a wanted man. The Coatesville community, from the school district to the police, are hopeful someone knows who he is and will turn him in. According to the Coatesville area school district, during the morning commute to school today, he boarded a secondary school bus at a stop at North 6th and Chestnut Streets. In a statement, the district explains then, the man sat down next to one of our students and put his hand under her leg. He was on the bus for about 5 minutes, came to the front of the bus when it stopped at a stop sign and told the driver he wanted to get off. Tonight, Coatesville residents like Ronald Jennings are wondering how this man was able to gain entry onto the school bus.
But at the end of the day, you know, we got to look out for our kids.
According to the district, the driver initially believed the man was a student. But when he asked to get off before arriving at the school campus, the driver became alarmed and immediately contacted police. Jennings says he's trying to sympathize with that explanation.
I just recently went to a football game back, and some of these kids look older than they are, but I think we should have a better understanding of, you know, who and what we're allowing on our buses.
And while the search continues tonight for the suspect, he hopes this will bring about some kind of change so this never happens again.
This is a case where, like now, maybe things will open up, and then, you know, different things we put in place. You know what I mean? Because these are our children, this is our community, this is our home. And we start from the bottom. We have to protect our families.
Okay, Shari, now everyone out here in the Coatesville community is hopeful this investigation will not take long. So again, if anyone knows who that suspect is, you can call 911, call the Coatesville police, and turn them in and get this case solved. For our reporting live in Coatesville, Bob Brooks for Action News at 10 on PHL 17, Shari.
Okay, Bob, thank you.
So it's definitely a breakdown in security and observation. You know what I'm saying? So if you could get anything from this lesson, you know what I mean, is to, you know what I mean, pay attention to to your surroundings and not to take anything lightly. Like the word says, circumspect, to look around, right, for potential consequences, right? This is your life. You don't want to give it away carelessly and easily. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to share this real quick, as an eye-opener for a lot of people in these last days. So there's no time to be playing around. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. This is your brother Rai Banyamian, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshai Ba'ashim Kakadash. Double honor to the elder apostles, elder bishops, and brothers on down a great millstone. Salutations to the whole elect. This is your brother Rai Banyamian again. And until the next time, shalom.